Well, I got a package from Midway, and as you can see, it's a new press. It's the Lee APP Automatic Processing Press. So, this is what it looks like in the box. It comes with, looks like several different tubes here, depending on, I guess, if you're using it for bullets or brass. And let's see what else we got in here. Just the normal stuff they usually send. And there's the press. Pretty lightweight, you know. It doesn't really look like there's a whole lot to it here. Let me see. Out of there. I don't think so. You can see I wasn't watching the camera, so hopefully you're able to see. The only problem I got is, where I'm going to mount it, but it doesn't look like it takes up a whole lot of space right there, so maybe I can just find a really small place on my bench over here to mount it. So I got that. Alright, well, I got it set up as the way it comes, just with the one tube here, and I've been working it already and it works pretty good. And I've got my bucket for my RCBS wet tumbler there, and you can set it where it just kind of falls right in there, so you don't even have to touch it. But I've been messing around with it some. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath, but it works pretty good. You know, you just have to, I guess you call it a drawback. Let me see. Make sure. I thought these were all 40s, but I guess the drawback to this for me is you have to load this tube, you know, manually. But I mean, it's still, even with doing that, I think you can blow through them pretty fast. I got my Mighty Armory universal decapping die there, and you know, I had my kids down here pulling the lever on it the other day when I first got it set up. But you know, it works you know, pretty good, just the way it comes, you know. Well, I'm moving my bucket a little bit, but if you get your bucket just right, they'll just fall right down in your bucket there every time. Whoops. Don't know what happened there. Alright, yeah, and if it has a little hiccup, then there's some trouble if you have a little hiccup. And it's not on my bench real tight. My only real problem is where I'm going to put this thing. So as you can see, it's kind of wobbling around on me. And for some reason, this one here, I guess I put that one in upside down. So anyways, probably the worst video ever made for the Lee app press, but I would expect nothing less from myself. So anyways, there's that. So it works pretty good like that, and you can work through them pretty quick. You know, you just have to keep loading the tube over and over again. So that's why I got the this thing, the universal case feeder for the Auto Breach Pro, and then this sorter here. So basically you can just dump them in there, shake it around, they go down the tubes, and instead of one tube you got 4 tubes, so you can really go a lot faster. So I'm gonna try to get that set up and see if I can get it to work right. But you know, these tubes, this thing, there really isn't a whole lot to it. It's pretty simple, really kind of crazy simple, but I mean, it seems to work, you know. And what you do is this, that goes in there, and basically the reason the screw is so long is because you can adjust the height, you know. Since I was doing 40s, had it about right here, then you know, screw this other screw on there, and then through right here. So you put it in back here, you know, and basically you adjust it to the height of whatever you're using. And obviously it comes with some risers and different stuff. I mean, if you're doing a rifle or 223 or whatever, obviously you'd want it setting up, you know, quite a bit higher, and then you need a higher riser. And these things have made to where they flip around, like the open ended one here, you know, that's for obviously for brass, and then the closed end says it's for bullets, you know, if you're sizing bullets or whatever. So, but I mean, it's a pretty simple little contraption here, and it is a little bit hard to get it, you know, tightened down. I had to kind of mess with it a few times and reposition it and stuff, but once you get it tightened down, I mean, it works pretty darn good. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this the way it is, and I'm gonna try to get this 4 tube one. And like I said, it's pretty much the same thing, except it's got instead of just the 1 tube, it's got the 4 tubes on it, and it comes with some different risers. I guess that's for the lead breech lock, but you see it's basically the same deal, except instead of the 1 tube, you know, you got the 4 tubes, and then basically you just turn, you know, to there's the open hole there, so you just basically turn it to however you want it to go. And I'm gonna have to kind of mess with it. Looks like I've got it in the wrong, this is in the wrong location. I'm gonna have to take that off and move it, looks like. But anyways, I'll fiddle with it a little bit and try to get it together here. Alright, well, I got it put on with the 4 tube adapter here. So I got a bunch of 45 ACP brass. I'm not even really sure how many this is. It may be too much to, it may fill this thing completely up, I'm not sure, but uh-oh. Well, I see one that went in there upside down already. Alright, I had one that went in there upside down. So it's not obviously foolproof, but not too bad. So that was pretty fast as far as getting those 4 tubes loaded up. And let's see how it works here. Oh, well, that was a fail. Well, they're shooting out of there too fast. That one there's didn't come out all the way. Yeah, okay. Here's where you're gonna run into problems. Okay. I don't have this thing fastened in my bench all the way, and or fastened as tight as it needs to be, because I'm still trying to figure out where to put it. Okay, so there's the 1 tube. Switch tubes. So, is this easier? I would definitely say it's easier. 100% easier and faster. Is it worth $100 or $115 or whatever you got to do to get all this? I don't know. If you shoot a lot, I mean, I guess it just depends how particular you are with your brass. You know, I mean, I like to shoot or load extremely clean brass. I don't like to have dirty brass. Okay, there we go. I had one more little hiccup there, it looks like. Let me see. The shell plate right there, it kind of moves around a little bit too much. And it also may be that I don't have it completely fastened down. And I'm not sizing these, I'm just decapping them. Alright, well, that one there fell over. So, like I said, is it foolproof? No. Could you tinker around with it some more and get it foolproof? Probably. But it's pretty darn good the way it is. At least, okay, there's the one that went in there upside down. So it's going to catch you when you get to that point. So, let me get that in there. Okay. So how many 45 ACP brass have I sized right here? I honestly have no idea. I don't know how many these tubes hold. But it's weird. It almost seems like, I don't know if those last ones even, you know, get anything on them. I got a few more pieces here, so might as well go ahead and finish her on up here. And they make like a roller handle for this thing. I don't know. I mean, it would probably maybe help a little bit, but I don't really. I guess if you're sizing bullets, maybe it would, you know, help. But this handle, it's not terrible. Uh-oh. So I've had about 4 little hiccups, 4 or 5 little hiccups. And if I had this thing mounted better, it's kind of, it's a little bit too wobbly for my taste. I like it completely solid. And I'm not really sure where I'm going to put it at yet, so that's why I don't really, and these little jaws, you can tighten these up some if you need to. I haven't really messed with them a whole lot, but there you go. For what it's worth, the Lee app with the bullet feeder or universal case feeder for the Auto Breech Lock Pro, and then the little thing on the top there is the Lee case collator. So basically, you know, you get those and you can really make short work of it. So there you go. Hopefully everybody's doing alright, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.